I disrespect you respectfully. Humbly. Nah, respectfully.
Got you. Oh yeah, we out here. We out here, boy. Man, got you. All right, so Respectfully Podcast, Disrespectfully Media Production. You know, I feel like we got cameras everywhere, you know, eyes on us. Feds watching, bro. Pretty much. All right, so we're starting off, and this is my suggestion. This was not Gary's suggestion. So he has nothing to do with this. So we're starting off with
as you can see,
a music video review.
As you can see, this is what we're gonna start off with.
So look, I was on YouTube. We were looking up like R&B soul music, and I saw this picture. So basically, I saw this. It's a cat.
Pussy like a strip.
So I saw this. You can't really see it. I saw that right there. I was like, "Who is this?" I click on it, and this is what we got. Y'all see that?
So. Pussy like a strip club buffet. If you don't spend, I'm MIA. Pay my rent, throw it on my face. Big Mac, pussy, and ass and fatty. Call the ambulance, pussy's legal. Call the police, this pussy's.
All right, so let's do a breakdown of this video.
All right.
So this video is called
Drip.
It's called Drip.
Drip.
By Brooke Candy.
Yeah.
And I guess this is Brooke Candy.
Shouts to her, man.
Shouts to her. She kind of looked like Candy a little bit.
You think so?
Yeah, she looked kind of tasty.
You think so?
A little bit. Just a little bit.
I am intimidated, sir.
Yeah, she does look like she might be into some like BDSM type stuff.
I mean, like she looks like the type that's gonna blow up your car.
That's a fact.
And probably like probably go in your bedroom, still your drawers, cut them up.
That's a fact. Yeah. She probably dances on the weekends.
Most likely.
Yeah.
At the booty clubs, not just dancing.
Right. Definitely booty.
I'm not saying she's she wants to perform for Juilliard. I'm saying she really wants. She's got a blue flame kind of vibe. No, not Juilliard.
Not Juilliard? Okay.
She's got like a blue flame kind of vibe.
Yes,
Norma Jeans.
Definitely Norma Jeans.
You know what I mean? Shout to that. But
shout out to Norma Jeans, shout out to the block. Word.
Illegal, pussy on the watch list, CIA. Married to the money, keep my maiden name. Rookie trippin'.
Oh, wow.
It's a hey.
Yo, they. Hey, yo. All right, so I don't know if y'all heard that, but it was like moans in the background. What is going on in the world? Yo, this is like low-key demonic vibes.
This is like high-key trash.
Like
it's on the upper echelon of straight doo-doo. Just let y'all know. Like,
big trash.
So like, if I ever see anybody in their truck banging this,
first of all, I know for the people from the DMV area, particularly Baltimore area, you know it's some chicks in Dundalk right now playing this.
Some chick in Moore or Dundalk killing the vibes right now. You're like, yo, this is fire.
They playing this, and they definitely got some Reebok classics on their feet.
There's a chick in a baby fat coat right now going nuts.
No, hold on. Look at it. Oh, it looks like she just.
We already know what that looks like.
Watch this. Okay, talk to me. Yeah, wait for it.
We know what that looks like. Hey, man.
Yeah, man. Listen, I think
we already know where they're going with this.
They are not implying anything.
Nothing at all.
They're just straight up going for it. Who are these women?
I don't know. I really don't care. I don't care.
All right. So that was.
I just want to let you know.
What's up?
Like, I think my IQ went down 2%.
It definitely did. Knocked it back a couple notches.
Knocked it back just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
But yeah, fair enough.
All right, so that was our YouTube review.
That was just a straight cook session right there on Candy Brook.
Brooke Candy.
Brooke Candy is her name? Okay.
Yeah.
Brooke Candy. This is a message just for you. Grow up and get all the way to front.
It was I hope all the bad things in the world happen to you
and only you.
You know what I mean? I hate that song.
That's so sad.
I hate you now.
Oh man.
I hate you and I don't even know you.
I really hope you stub your toe tonight. I want that really bad. I don't want nothing real bad to happen to
on
you.
the corner of the.
But if you got a series of paper cuts in between your fingers, I would be great. That would be great.
That's a fact. All right. So y'all probably couldn't see that from the live.
It's okay. I mean, just
just
know that y'all ain't miss a damn thing, man. That was good.
Okay. All right. So yeah, this is different, man. Doing it like, because I feel like I'm used to looking at the screen and talking to y'all, and now it's like I kind of feel like I don't know if I want to look at the screen or look at you because you're sitting right here. So
I'm in the room.
Yeah, it's weird.
I'm in the room.
You're in the building.
Hey yo, pay me mine. Okay.
That was the most random. That was the most random bar ever, yeah.
Sometimes you gotta give it up like that, huh?
Yeah, you're right. That's a fact. All right, so what do we want to talk about, man?
Interesting.
Because I did have some serious topics I wanted to chop it up about. Okay. But I kind of want to save that for later.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Serious topics, bro.
Yo, you hate serious topics, nigga. Yo, nigga, you.
I'm not a serious
nigga,
nigga.
You turn into a damn cricket.
Every time. Every time.
We were like, all these niggas getting serious.
And some niggas know their lane, dog. Some niggas know their lane.
No, but we've had sick, dog. I'm not the type of person that, if you fuck with me, you're going to end up having serious conversations.
Totally.
That's just a fact.
We've been down that road many times.
And you are very capable.
Oh, no, I'm not saying I'm an idiot.
Talking about
it's just that sometimes when I see smart people roll, go ahead, bro. Kick it off. Because I'm going to shut the fuck up. I'm telling you that right now.
All right. You can chop it up with the serious topics.
No question.
You know what I mean? And plus, when you chime in on the serious topics, it gives it like a different kind of like complexity, right? So I remember one time we were having a conversation about they had the reparations hearing. Okay. Right? I remember that. I'm just giving you an example, right? Because this is the one that had me tripping. So me and Marvin, we were talking about the reparations hearing. And this was a reparations hearing that they put together where you were supposed to, it's basically like a bunch of people talking to Congress and giving their take on reparations and, you know, whether you're pro or con, for or against. Yeah. Right? Now, I don't know why this happened, but basically we were talking about how they got a bunch of Black people who weren't even descendants of slaves to talk to Congress about why they thought reparations shouldn't happen, right? So this is a reparations panel, and it was people that were not, you know, descendants of slaves, and they were speaking against the reparations. So anyway, me and Marvin were talking about it, and you might have to move a little bit closer because I think that might, hold up, if you, okay, yeah, you can do it like that. Okay. So basically, we were like, me and Marvin were talking all serious, and we were like, man, this is crazy. They got people that aren't even, you know, connected to the lineage, you know, talking against reparations. And then you just jumped in and you were like, look, man, listen, if you ain't in this is what you said. You were like, man, listen, if your last name ain't Jenkins or Wilson or some slave man, he was like, if your last name is Mbuku, yes, nigga, you need to hit the door. You gotta hit the door, yo. So when you said that, I was like, yo, that was the perfect kind of like, I mean, we got the bean on the conversation. Yeah, you got the bean. You feel me? So it's like, and that's all right. So I guess this might be a good time to talk about like the whole reason that I wanted to start the podcast.
Oh, okay.
And the reason you wanted to start the podcast, you know, and the reason we wanted, you know, to start it. But that's one of the things that, one of the reasons I wanted to start it is because it's conversations that I have, right, that people might see as, you know, certain people might see as high level. You know, when you start talking about policy, politics, race, economy, all these different things, niggas deal with that stuff every day, right? But the conversations that are happening around it, a lot of times aren't accessible, or they don't feel accessible to people, right? So one of the reasons why I, you know, wanted to start the podcast is because, like, conversations me and you have, we talk about a lot of that, right? But we don't talk about it in an inaccessible way.
Not at all.
You feel me? So we'll be talking about something serious, but then at the same time, we on joke time, right?
All the time.
Right. So, you know, so that was one of the reasons why I wanted to start the podcast, because I'm like, yo, these are conversations that I have, you know, with brothers all the time. These are necessary conversations, and it's therapeutic.
Yeah.
I know that was one of the reasons you said you
absolutely.
Yeah.
Right?
So
like, really one of the main reasons why I really wanted to get into this podcasting space is really because it gives me an opportunity to, you know, to share some of my creativity, and also give me an avenue to get some of these jokes off with, you know, some of my real good friends. Like, I mean, I've known Thomas since I was 14 years old.
Sandbox, shorty.
You dig? And some of our conversations are, we always used to say this, like, yo, we need to record this forever.
Right.
Never thought it was going to be a lane for this, though. You understand? Because we've always had extraordinarily entertaining conversations that we've always wanted a lot of people to be a part of. And now we have that, you know, we have that means now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, because
it's awesome.
Here's the thing, man. You know, I look at us kind of like, you know, the Rockefeller podcast, you know?
True.
The Rockefeller of Black media. You feel me? Because, you know, when you talk to...
So, who was Dave?
Well, I'm definitely Dave.
You're definitely Dave?
I'm Dave.
Yeah, you are.
And you're clearly Hope. Because I ain't shit. So, look, the reason why I say it's the Rock is because when you look at old... You always try to play me, yo. Look, when you look at old clips of Dame and Hov talking about how they started the record label, they always say, well, we shopped our music around to different labels, and nobody was biting.
Nobody rocked with them.
And so they were like, so we just started our own platform. You know,
here we are, yo.
We laid the bricks, you know, and we built it, and here we are.
Here we are.
Rockefeller.
Look at this.
It's the Rock.
You see it? You see it. You know.
So I mean, we got the whole situation. We got people on live. We got at least like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Teleheads on there. We got at least like,
yeah. It's like a corner store worth of people in this motherfucker.
Yeah, so we got Ron on there. So yeah, so basically, this nigga was supposed to pick up some equipment that we needed for the podcast.
I was.
And
I'm not ashamed of it either.
And look, he didn't do it. And then he comes over here. He picked it up from the store though, Ron. But he came over here talking about, I was like, yo, so what happened? Why didn't you pick the joint up? He was like, nigga, I fell asleep. I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
And I ain't gonna lie, yo, that was some of the soundest sleep. I woke up with a puddle of slime.
This nigga said I was in a vegetative state.
You heard? Oh my God, Joe. They could have pulled teeth. I can tell you that.
He was in that bitch like what's it with like Frank Ocean Novocaine.
Word. You heard me?
But pause. Pause though.
Is it a pause with Novocaine? Oh, yeah.
But for Frank O, it's a pause.
Man.
Yeah, it's a pause.
That's an unfortunate.
And Frank O is a genius, bro.
He's so fire, bro.
Matter of fact, I almost want to pick, my favorite Frank Ocean joint.
What's your favorite joint?
Crack Rocks. I don't know the name of it. Oh, let me look.
The joint on the
Crack Rock. Ooh.
Really? That's what we do?
Yeah,
That's the time it is?
I'm just,
That's the time it is?
throw a couple notes out there. You feel me? Throw a couple notes out there.
Whoa, buddy.
Hold on, you ain't gonna play me.
Oh, okay.
Don't make me get in my Donny Hathaway bag,
Please
boy.
don't you dare.
Yo, I can hit a note for real.
I'm not saying you can't.
Don't play.
But I'm not saying
Don't make me put breezy on niggas.
Oh yeah, what you gonna do?
I'm gonna start pop locking.
What you gonna do?
Yo, this bitch like, shorty, what?
Yo, hey yo, if y'all don't know, yo, light skin Tom is a whole nother. It's like this conscious Tom is Sasha Fierce. There's two types of Toms out here. Light skin Tom.
Listen,
and conscious Tom.
I keep telling y'all I'm half light skinned, so
you are very half light skinned. Trust me, I know.
All right, this is one right here. You never heard this? You never heard this, yo. It's off this album.
Which one? Yeah, that's our channel.
Yeah.
It might not be one of the joints I frequent like that.
So basically, the whole song is about drug addiction and how it hit the hood.
Yeah.
He's spitting on his drug, man. Hold on, let me. You never heard this?
Yeah, I heard it before. I just don't frequent it very hard.
This one, this is one of my favorite joints, man. Partly because I have. You know what he said? Yeah. Crooked cop, dead cop. How much dope can you push to my community? Yeah, he's in his bag. He's in his bag.
Hey man,
literally singing about shooting cops.
Yeah,
you know. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
flew so far under the radar. Nobody.
It really did, y'all.
Everybody was like, he is so great.
Yeah.
And he's gay too. So
right.
So
right.
Great.
Right.
So they're not going to cancel my man.
Right. Exactly. Because
he's a smart thing. He's like, I like kissing dudes.
Oh,
whoa.
Okay, well, you're fine.
You can say whatever you like.
Oh,
so he's kill Whitey? That's what you want to do? Go ahead.
You want to shoot the police? You want to kill him? That's fine. It's fine. No, it's okay. He's gay.
It's okay.
He's gay.
You didn't know? You didn't know? Yeah. He just pulled the dick out of his mouth. I don't do it. I already did. I'm just saying.
They would arrest that nigga. And then somebody would pop up out of nowhere like, hey, whoa. He's gay.
Why didn't you say it in the first place?
Why didn't somebody tell me? Okay, Frank, you let's get those cuffs off of him.
Next time, buddy, leave with that.
You know, Frank, if you just had told me you were a member of the LGBTQ community, none of this all of this could have been avoided.
Elemental P.S. motherfuckers, man. That's what for God, bro.
Respectfully.
I can't talk much about what I don't know because I'm so far from gay. Can't talk about too much.
So look, Franco had a song on there called Pyramids, right?
Didn't know about that.
That was the one that took off.
Swim Good took off, and Thinking About You was the biggest track on that album.
Okay.
All right. That's the one when he said, "Oh boy," that when he pretty much came out on that song.
Okay.
Thinking About You.
That's one of them.
Yeah. You gotta listen.
I didn't know.
He kind of got in the Luther bag with the hidden windows.
Luther has hit.
You didn't know Luther was gay?
Well, I knew Luther was gay.
Yeah,
but I didn't hear it in his songs.
You're not supposed to, for real.
Yeah, but he didn't really do that in his songs.
Too often. For real?
Oh, give me an example.
I gotta go back into it, bro.
You know, Biggie also had a lot of.
Hey yo.
And that's your boy.
Hey yo, we're not going to discuss all
the
pause-worthy information my man has researched over time. But the one thing that almost made me quit listening to Biggie was the Look So Good, John Sucker.
Yeah, that was
the wildest bar I think I've ever heard.
That was one of them bars where it was like, wait, hold on. Press the pause.
Yeah, I you know how like you get the and you try to rewind, like, hold up, I didn't want to rewind. All right? In case y'all didn't know, I did not want to rewind that, but I've heard it a few times in life. And my man was out of order.
But you know who was never out of order?
Who was never out of order? Talk to me.
My guy.
You gonna say Nas?
Well, no, I'm not gonna do the Nas whole thing today. I'm talking because we're talking about Biggie.
Pop? Yeah, but you know. He did pose at that tub.
Hold on, because I don't think you gotta.
You turned off my mic?
No. So what I'm saying, people need to know. So basically, all right. I'm saying that Pac never had any out-of-pocket moments. All right,
and
Biggie had a lot of them.
He had Biggie had a lot of them.
And he said he did pose in that tub. He did. You know, we used to have arguments all the time about who was better, Pac or Biggie. This is an old nigga argument.
Very old.
But and you know, I would always say Pac is better because he's a better artist. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, Biggie might be a better rapper.
His rhetoric through all this, he just does. Oh, I hate him so much.
Yo, listen, man. At the end of the day, I mean, it is what it is.
It's not what it is. No, it's not.
So what is it not?
What is it not?
Yeah. What is it?
Are we seriously in 2022 going to debate who's the better artist?
This is a hot take. Coming in hot. Who's better, Biggie or Pac?
If this ain't the trending topic of 2022.
All right, yeah, let's not spend too much time. I mean, and at the end of the day, everybody knows Pac is.
Oh my God.
More music, more albums.
That's why
he didn't have Diddy behind him.
That's why you hear a Biggie line.
He didn't have
every single motherfucker.
He didn't have Diddy behind him. You know what I mean? You feel me?
Yeah, even though you hear Biggie verses in everybody's rap song nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fact. I mean,
I don't hear as many Pac.
East Coast. Well, yeah, because we live on the East Coast.
Oh, so it's different.
Okay. Yo, it's a lot of Pac lyrics that people shoot.
I'm not gonna diss the
You already did.
I didn't diss him.
Yo,
did I say anything? Did I say anything discriminatory about Pac?
This thing
never. I just said the man posed really suggestively, real sus.
First of all, listen.
In that tub.
Say what you want.
Okay, talk to me.
Pac can take your chick. Say what you want. And that bathtub pic
would not be the one you get. That wouldn't be the
Listen. I'm pretty sure that Pac, that pic probably generated a lot of box for Pac. Say what you want.
Yeah, probably did generate a lot of box. A lot of nuts and bolts and all kinds of shit. Toolboxes, yeah, a lot of shit. A lot of grown-ass men looking at that picture.
All right, let's get into some actual topics, yo.
Okay.
What were we talking? Because we were talking about something on the phone the other day that had me geeking, man. We talked about 5%ers, and we talked about 5%ers versus the Christians.
Oh, we talked about the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah. You call the Hebrew Israelites the Kung Fu masters, bruh. But it was something else we were talking about. After that
was that conversation you sent me. When the guy really couldn't express himself because he was all sensitive.
Right.
And that's the struggle with people trying to, break knowledge.
Right.
You know what I mean? Trying to break it down to you. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to give you the knowledge. So basically it was a 5%er that was arguing with a Christian. This is gonna be the most random episode ever. It was a 5%er, but we in person, so it's like
it's gonna flow, baby.
I feel like it's a good vibe. So 5%ers, well actually it wasn't a 5%, it was a black Christian that was arguing with, and I don't even think they were 5%ers, I think they might have just been they were like part of the Hotep community.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so, but I don't think they were 5%, but basically, Christian guy was talking to them about Christianity being, and we're going off the top of the dome right now, so forgive us. The black Christian was talking about Christianity being originating in Africa.
Yes.
And saying that Christianity is actually a black religion, right? That's what the black Christian was saying. And the people that were on the Hotep side, and one of them was a doctor, like she's a PhD, she teaches, whatever. They were saying that that's not true because Christianity was actually started in Judea right? And they pointed out where Judea is on the map, and they were saying that it's like part of like Mesopotamia. Basically, they were saying that it's basically Middle East.
Okay.
Right? And so saying that, they were saying, okay, well, you can't claim that Christianity is a black religion if it wasn't in Africa. And then they were also saying that the boundaries for what Africa was were different back then, right? What the hell is this? Okay. So it was saying that the boundaries for Africa were different, and they were arguing about, where Christianity came from, right? And the Hotep folks were just being, I don't know, man, they were just being real disrespectful, and they were like, they had an OG on there. He was like, she kept calling him Unc, right? It was two Hoteps on there and one black Christian.
Okay.
And so she kept calling him Unc, like saying, yeah, put him on the game, Unc, or Baba Unc, or whatever. So, and Unc was coming on into the conversation, and he was kind of like sunning him. Like basically on some like, nigga, listen, I know things, and I know the Bible.
Okay.
And you don't know nothing about the Bible. And the black Christian guy was like, listen, man, I'm trying to understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Right? Now, me as a watcher, I don't really fall on either one of those sides. Okay. Right? Because, I look at it all as, you can gain wisdom, understand all that stuff from all that. But I don't see it as something where you need to pick a side. Right? So I was trying to learn, and the Hotep dude was just, he was the worst teacher ever, yo. Yeah. So anyway, we chopped up about that. Yeah. And you said that when you were inside, when you were doing a little bit of time, behind enemy lines, you were saying that you chopped it up with 5%ers.
Absolutely.
And all of that.
Yeah, they give you so much game. But the only issue is that, like, when they get into a particular area of their particular beliefs, that sounds like they plucked it from a Marvel superhero movie or something.
Oh, which
they tell you that like everything that encompasses the universe, it all starts within you. And if you like, it's just shit like that. Like they'll say some stuff like, we make up every like. There's some weird stuff. I can't really break it down.
Wait, I think I know what you're about to say, because they're saying that the stuff that makes up our bodies also exists in the earth and in the universe, like water.
Yes.
We have electricity in our bodies. We have, so
I mean, that makes sense, right? Like everybody understands that. It's just like how they try to give it up to you, like as if like you some mythical creature that runs across this earth. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but the black man is God. You know that.
Fair enough.
You know that.
I walk like that every day.
Little G God, though. Then you got the capital G God that is above everything.
True story.
I mean, I'm just dropping a little knowledge.
No, I feel you.
I'm just, filling you into the science.
Hey,
360 degrees. You know what I mean?
What's today's science, God? Do you know?
What's the science, King?
Do you know the science, God?
Yo, no one says that anymore.
Nobody says it.
We need to go back to saying stuff like that.
What's the science?
What's the science, God? But
that's actually something that they say in Greek. And you got to be able to say the particular proverbs of that particular day. So
what you mean? Oh, there's a proverb. For each day.
That's the science.
Each day of the month, or each day of the week?
Every day, you got to have certain things you're supposed to study every single day. So if you come across another 5% and he asks you what the science is, he's basically validating your knowledge of their religion.
So it's kind of like it's a heat check.
Yeah, more or less. So if a guy comes up to you and asks you what the science is, he wants to know if you pretty much got the knowledge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't got the knowledge, I'm sorry. If you don't have the knowledge, then you pretty much out here set tripping more or less.
Right.
Bro.
Right.
So
right. And you don't want to be that guy.
You don't, because they will fuck you.
Oh, so you telling me that the 5%ers? You
said the 5%. I won't say they won't get fired or anything like that. I mean, maybe some will.
Yeah. But yo, what's his name? We went to high school with. Oh man, what's it? Karan? Not Karan. I forgot his name, yo. I would have to look him up on Facebook. But anyway, he said he was a 5%er. And he said that he was like, man, he said them niggas wild, bro. Like they
it's a different way, man. It's a different way. Yeah. But it is aligned with discipline, and you know what I mean. That's probably what a lot of them brothers needed at the time. When it was definitely popping in there. Especially around where I'm from. I'm from Asbury Park, New Jersey. For those that don't know, and that is like a hub for 5%ers out there. They have a mosque out right down the street from where I grew up. Oh, for real? You lies, no bull. You know what I mean? And they got the other ones, Israelites too. You know.
You got any 5%ers in your family?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
But you just don't know them.
I really don't know them personally. Like, I don't break it down with it like that. We don't build like that. But yeah, it's definitely a very popular, you know, religion, especially for those that really want knowledge of self, and they needed, you know, they needed some knowledge of, you know, of their own culture. You know what I mean? Because everything we learn in them books in the schools nowadays, they weren't giving it up like they were supposed to. So you would get knowledge from somebody that looked like you on the street, that was into the same struggle that you was, and he knew a little bit more than you. Yo, you gonna fall right into that. Yeah, you know what I mean.
I'd rather it be that way than niggas joining gangs. You feel me? True story. Side note, sidebar. Rest in peace, Kobe. You know,
oh man, Mamba out.
Rest in peace, Kobe. Yeah. So basically, 5%. I put something up on social media the other day, and this is probably why I had 5% on the brain. But I put something up, and I basically said, 1,000 sermons, church sermons, won't have the same amount of power as 10 minutes of 5%er teachings.
There's no question.
Yeah.
There's no question.
And so everybody kind of, you know, I had a couple of people that went in on me, and they were like, they thought I was attacking Christianity, attacking the church. No. And my thing was this, I was like, I'm not attacking Christianity. I'm more so speaking to the institutions, right? Yeah. That control the messages, and that, you know, once something gets institutionalized, it's not like it's controlled by that thing.
That's an interesting thing that you said that. It's interesting to say because I was watching something not so long ago. It was
serious, Gary. This is serious, Gary. I told you. See, you didn't want to have a serious conversation.
I didn't.
And now here we are.
Look at us. Look how we're going. You know,
growth.
Look, growth.
Maturation. The maturation.
But now, it's like I was saying, it was funny that you said I was watching something. They were actually talking about it, like, why do these mega church pastors have to be so rich? Like, why do they need yachts and private jets? You know, why you got a 5%er that is on that street corner wearing Timberlands and on a soapbox, literally.
Right.
You know, trying to get his message off. Why we got Cleflo Dollar.
Right.
The brother's name is Dollar.
And he rides jets.
And he rides private jets.
But speaking on the 5%er, because that's what you talked about on the phone. You talked about the Hebrew Israelites.
Oh man, yo, yeah.
So basically, he said something about cussing out white women on the phone.
Like literally calling white women bitches to their face, cuz. Literally, like you see that white bitch right there? Oh, that rich cracker need to get a life. Like, what is wrong with you guys? How am I ever going to be able to receive your message? Right. If you are just literally berating somebody that's like walking right next to you. Right. How you know that white bitch is not my lady? How you know that? How you know?
Because it could be.
Could very well be. It's 2020. There's a bunch of Drakes and Chris Browns running around this.
Like, how you know Brooke Candy ain't your chick? Right?
She would never be my chick. So.
First of all, I feel like having Brooke Candy.
Oh, it probably won't be a bad.
Yeah, that would probably have a good time. Probably a good time. So it might not be a bad thing.
Hey, yo, Brooke, if you listen to this, okay? All right?
Yeah, Brooke Candy. If you're listening to this,
hey, yo, what up?
What's popping? What's popping? Yeah,
because from what I heard,
that's right. And from what we saw,
Coochie Drip.
got a leaky? Why you got a leaky vagina, yo? That's a wild situation.
Hey, yo.
All right, you might need to get that checked out.
They're out of control.
You might need to get that checked out.
They need to do something about that. Yeah.
All right. So, all right, we covered all of the hot topics and current events so far. 5%. Who's better, Biggie or Pac?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
can't believe we really just had a conversation about that in 2022, bro. Yo, they died in 2000. They died in 96, bro.
Yo, listen.
96, 97.
So, back when I was really outside, like years ago, and I was really in them streets, getting mixy with it.
Let's talk about it.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I remember it was a couple conversations I had with some young ladies, and I'm a big Pac fan. You feel me? So like I would mention certain Pac songs or albums, and they'd be like, "Oh, I never heard."
In the relationship, so
It didn't end the relationship, but it did put in because at first I was like, "The fuck? What you mean you ain't never heard that?"
You mean to tell me you never heard "Hit 'Em Up"? Get out of here now.
You know, so I was like, "What you mean you ain't never heard that before?" I almost wanted to yoke her up a little bit, but you know, I don't put my hands on the women.
Nah,
can't put your hands on them.
No, never, ever.
Can't do that.
Especially never Pop.
But you know what? You know who did put their hands on women? Sean Connery, domestic abuse.
Holy!
This is about to be the most stream of consciousness episode. I'm just bouncing around.
Just bouncing around, love and life.
Now listen to Sean Connery, so eloquently and very casually discuss putting paws on women. Like a here you go.
After this commercial. After this,
hey yo,
we need to cut it out.
Not the worst thing to slap a woman now and then. As I remember, you said you don't do it with a clenched fist. It's better to do it with an open hand. Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
Look how calm he is.
I didn't love that.
I haven't changed my opinion.
You haven't?
No, not at all.
You think it's good to slap a woman?
No, I don't
This
think
is
it's
not
good.
good. You don't think it's bad?
This is not
I
fun.
don't think it's that bad. I think that it depends entirely on the circumstances and if it merits it. Yeah.
Or what would merit it?
Well, if you have tried everything
He's
else,
very calm. He's
and
very much
you're pretty good at this,
in the ilk of I said what I said. And I wish you would, Barbara. Because I might.
He said, because Barbara, you can catch these hands too.
Trust me, these hands can still open.
You can catch these hands, Barbara.
oh, circumstances and if it merits it. Yeah.
Or what would merit it?
Well, if you have tried everything else, and women are pretty good at this, if they can't leave it alone, they don't want to have the last word, and you give them the last word, but they're not happy with the last word. They want to say it again, and get into a really provocative situation. Then I think it's absolutely right.
Oh shit! Oh shit! So, in case y'all don't know,
Okay, now I just want to be clear. This is a white man. All right,
very white.
I purposely brought up a white man because
commercials out of control.
because you know black men have this reputation for just beating up all our women and raping people all over the place. But white men have been raping and pillaging for a long time. But anyway, so yeah, what you about to say?
I was about to say. All I was about to say was this, bro. For him to feel that justified, boy, oh boy. But I mean, in case y'all didn't know, that was Sean Connery. And a lot of you probably don't know because after that particular interview, you never heard from him again.
Yeah, that's true.
Never in another movie. You know what I mean? Like, yo, oh, you like beating it? Well, beat it.
Yeah, they got him out of here.
Yeah, they got him all the way out of here. He's been unemployed for some time.
Yeah.
And I don't feel sorry for him.
Like not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
If he was to get hit by a bus tomorrow, I'd be like, well, hey, another one bites the dust. He did.
How's the bus doing?
But seriously though,
That's okay.
but that just goes to show you right there, like what they really think about you.
Right.
He's not the only one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's definitely not the only
He's
one.
not the only one. Y'all talk about we not keeping y'all.
That's the thing I want to talk about. So basically, and I don't even know what topic I was about to approach before I played that, but I think it's gone now. It's done.
We're on a whole nother situation.
Pretty much. We moved on.
We moved on.
We moved fast,
As
man.
we should.
Hey, people, keep up. So, so basically, all right. You see Sean Connery talking about, domestic violence casually, right? So my thing is, these days, women talk to us like we're, like misogyny is a big thing right now, right?
Yes.
When you look back at those times, Sean, like his era, that's misogyny.
Real misogyny.
Right?
Real misogyny.
Like that's real misogyny. So all of this stuff that, like these days, you ask a woman to fix you a plate. Hey woman, I mean, if you say it like that, it might be bad. Hey woman.
It's gonna come off a little bit wild.
Yeah.
If you say a woman, anytime you go to say a woman, you asking for a whole heap of trouble.
Oh, heap of trouble. Hey, woman, grab my socks out the drawer over there, woman.
I mean, I say a woman all the time to unexpected lady every now and again.
Mm-hmm.
But I follow it with chuckles. A woman. See how I was playing? I wasn't even serious.
Chuckles and a booty smack.
Pat. Good game.
Pat, look good out there. Keep up the good work.
Keep it up, Jordan.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have a triple double in no time. Yo, speaking of triple doubles, Westbrook is trash. It's like, no, let's not.
Hey, yo, let's not do
Westbrook
it.
is not trash. He's not
doing it to my guy, man.
He's not trash.
He dropped 35 the other night.
He did.
In a losing effort.
Right.
He needs to get a life.
Was Braun playing? Braun wasn't playing. Because he's
AD ain't play either, but
is he injured or something?
It's LeBron James.
Load management.
That's probably what it is. Yeah. He's gonna lie and say, "Oh, I got a strange heel muscle."
Like, this nigga Braun be in the game and have a hangnail. This nigga be all on the floor. Did you see that, ref? Getting up slow and shit like that.
You know what I did notice?
You're a football player.
You know what I noticed most of anything when it comes to LeBron, the cameras of basketball nowadays are so disrespectful. Why do they find a way to angle it to show you how ball LeBron is now? Like they make sure they get a top shot of that nigga's ball spot every game.
They be in the control room, like, okay,
sure,
right there. So
right there. You see that? I told you. It's like if you take a Reese's Pieces cup out of the cup.
Yo,
you see the top of that thing? Looks exactly the same.
Yo, they did a whole thing. They had some speaking of LeBron's receiving hairline ball spot. And we love LeBron.
That's my guy.
We love LeBron.
That's my guy.
But
they got to catch these jokes.
Yeah. He's definitely got to catch these jokes. But they had they had a video of a couple hair specialists, and they had a whole video, like an analysis of LeBron's situation, right? Mm-hmm. So they were talking about, okay, we know how he got his hair implants, and they were making recommendations for how they could have done a better job. Wow. Let me see if I can find that joint. LeBron James hair analysis. That might not work. Let's see if it works.
That's wild.
Yo.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? They made sure. Hey, yo. They cook my bro, man. But this hairline is screwed, though. It's totally out of control. I kind of. The King Kong of consciousness. The funniest thing I ever seen in my life, bro.
Yo, Dr. Umar might be the funniest thing.
He really is, yo, without trying.
Consciousness
Keep calm.
He said, Black power over Punani, brothers. Consciousness over Coochie.
Oh my God. Shout out to Dr. Umar. Oh man.
Big shout out
shouts
to
out to
Umar.
Dr. Umar, man. Really appreciate that, brother, man. And all the work that he does. You know what I mean?
And you know, I would like low key, people talk bad about him, but low key, he actually has that school pretty much up and running.
Oh, he does now.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
So now he ain't got no students yet.
Oh.
But the thing is that the building, so we're talking about Dr. Umar now. I mean, we're covering all the hot topics.
We're covering it all.
You know,
I mean,
all the current events.
I mean, damn.
Dr. Umar, that school, so basically it did not have running pipes, electricity. He pretty much had to refurbish the whole thing.
Okay. Where was this? Where's the school at? Is it like
It's in Philly.
Is it Philly?
No, it's not in Philly. It's I think it's Pennsylvania.
Okay. Is it like in the middle of the?
I don't know. But I've seen videos of him having. He has a lot of people that come in and help him. So like the water's running, toilets are good, electricity's up and running, and now they're painting the inside. Well, the last thing I saw, they were painting the inside, and, you know, making it look aesthetically, you know,
that's fire, man.
With the red, black, and green and all that. So to all the people that, you know, want to hate on a black man that's out here actually trying to build something, because that's one thing people love to do. Is hate on a black man that's trying to build something.
It's easy, man. That's the easy.
It's too easy.
It's too easy to hate on him instead of trying to help him.
Exactly. Exactly. And the thing is, if that nigga has a plan and he wants to build something and he don't build it fast enough, niggas just be waiting in the side on the sidelines like
Big Birdman hands like, I knew that nigga wasn't shit.
This nigga ain't shit. You know what I mean? Like that's people just sit back and do that. That's why it's so hard for black people to actually build things, because first you got to get past other black people, right? Then once you get past that and actually get, you know, some support, then you got to deal with the establishment, right? And the powers that be, which is whitey.
Hey man,
you know,
anything worthwhile, anything worth having, that is worth fighting for. So that man's still out here making it happen. He understands it. It's because he's got to take all the arrows first, baby. Because nobody want to take that chance.
Pretty much,
nobody want to take that shot. I mean, outside LeBron, who's a billionaire, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and LeBron's doing this thing too because he got the school.
Shut up, LeBron for the school. I actually watched a documentary on that not so long ago.
Oh, for real?
That's pretty dope. Yeah, what he got going on in there is fire.
Yeah, so LeBron basically, he in that school, if you can keep a certain GPA or graduate or something like that, then you're guaranteed free admission to college once you get to that age. Yeah.
Yo, then that school's costing that man $1 million a year.
For real?
$1 million a year to keep up the rank. Wow. You know what I mean? And all that man is doing is getting busy doing his thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. So this isn't the one that I saw, but this is like, so they're talking about LeBron's hair transplant.
Yeah, hair transplants, his hairline comebacks, several of them.
His
hairline literally came back from the dead, then he lost his hair, and then the hairline came back again several years later. I'm going to be talking about that as well. I'm going to be talking about his use of concealers and hair fibers, which I think he's a big fan of, and talking about hair fibers.
How he had waves, though. He had more waves.
Which are hair building fibers. You can use masks, anything.
Yo, real rap though.
So make sure you check out the video description below.
And if my man Scooby sees this, he's going to know where I'm going. Have you seen Pork Chop? You know Pork Chop.
Oh, Pork Chop. Yeah.
Have you seen him?
Nah. All right. First things first. Shout out.
No,
I've seen Pork Chop, but I haven't seen.
Shout out to Pork Chop. You are a Baltimore legend.
Yeah,
love you, facts. Love you, brother.
You know,
but I gotta give you these jokes. Gotta give you these jokes. Cause you see, you know, he got the hair thing. You know how barbers is giving dude waves now that ain't have hair. He walked in with a full baldy. You know, he walked out, he had a fade, cuz. Okay, Pork Chop, man. He got the placemat on his head. Yo. Word, G. Had a welcome sign on the back and everything, cuz. You heard me?
Say it ain't so.
I said it was so.
Say it ain't so, Baltimore.
Yeah.
You know people cooking him. He's getting cooked right now.
Bro. He's been getting cooked the past 3 days. Okay.
Hey, Ron, because you know Ron is on the line.
Shouts.
Hey, Ron, man, listen, if you get a placemat put on the top of that baldy, we will kill you, bro.
Please don't you ever. But
Ron is like, he just cuts it, you know, he do the MJ now. So he don't even, you know what I mean?
I mean, that's what he needed to do in this glorious, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, and it look good.
It looks great, bro. You look
That's the thing, man. When you get older, you gotta level up. You gotta be comfortable with your age. You gotta be comfortable with, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna just go bald. I'm not gonna give a shit.
But you not at this point, you ain't never going bald, bro. If you were gonna go bald, it would have happened.
I mean, somebody need to tell that to my barbers, yo.
Why?
My disrespectful Dominican barbers. Right.
Oh yeah, them Dominican barbers.
Because I go to Dominicans.
They'll lace you though.
They lace you, but they also do some more disrespectful stuff. Okay. And this is for my barber. Okay. And Abel, that's your name. Abel, we'll let you know something about you. Look, if you keep on spraying that goddamn fake hair on my head, yo.
Yo, so he hit you with the
bruh, like he sprayed shoe polish on top of my head, cuz. And you know what I mean. I don't know why he do it. I don't know why he's so disrespectful. Is he trying to tell me something?
Because you don't need it though.
Is he trying to tell me something? I mean, he is looking down on my scalp in the light.
So wait, he puts it on your line?
No. I wish it was just the line. Cuz.
Oh, he sprays your whole head,
the whole situation, bro.
Damn.
Yo, like,
yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Like he trying to top some lemon meringue pie. He be on word to mother, G.
That's wild.
And I'm sitting there.
Do you say anything to him?
I mean, you know, like you say stuff, but you didn't really say stuff. You know how you kind of clear your throat a little bit, like
Hey,
like, because at first when he started to do it, I literally thought, like, oh, he going through. He got some new olive oil. He sprayed a bunch of sugar brush my
right.
No. So he was adhesive.
You sprayed it. You was putting that stuff in your head. Boy.
You heard me? To the point where one day I get the, you know how like you go to like you smooth your head down and stuff, and you look and you got tar on your fingertips and stuff like that. Now that's why it's not cool.
So he's really spraying your whole joint, my whole situation.
Head,
that's crazy.
Like but see the crazy part is like in the barbershop, I ain't gonna lie, I walk out, when I get up on the bar, I'm like, wow, in this lighting, in this
it looks great.
I look amazing.
It looks great.
Like you couldn't tell me that I wasn't
Will Smith. Will Smith uses a lot of that.
Words.
He does. Why? He's balding.
He's way too light skinned to do that, though.
Yeah, that's true.
He needs to cut that shit.
That's true.
But yeah.
All right, so we discussed all the hot topics. We discussed Biggie versus Pac, 5%ers versus Christians, the bronze hairline.
Hilarious. This is a funny episode, y'all.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. So I think we could do a little bit better because the conversations that we have over the phone, we really be geeking now. So what I'm saying is, it's not like this isn't good, but the thing is, I know it can be even better. But this is our first time, so we still getting our bearing straight.
Yeah, man.
All right, so now I do want to talk about a serious topic.
Let's get into it.
So I want to talk about Maya Angelou being put on. Is it the quarter? No. What is it? Let me see.
That's really big time, yo. What in the world? But hold on. Whatever happened to the Harriet Tubman $20 bills? Whatever.
Yeah, that never happened. I think that was something that the Democrats were using to get
So
Negro votes.
It was shimmy. Okay.
Yeah, it was a little finesse.
Little finesse. Little
It
shimmy.
was like a
finesse
little,
thing. Little banana tailpipe.
yeah, man.
Little banana tailpipe. Okay.
It's like a little shimmy, and then it's like, oh, you thought I was going that way? Boom, I'm gone.
Got him.
Got him. So, all right. So this is what I want to talk about. You see here, we got the Maya Angelou on the quarter.
That's happening.
But on the other side of it, on the other side of the same quarter is going to be a slave master.
Stop.
Yeah. So, all right. So my thing is this.
Wouldn't it be a fire like if they put like a little piece of a poem on there or something on the back too?
That would be hard. Still I ride.
Yes. Like cage bird sings or something like that. You know? That'd be super fly. I don't know.
Yeah. So basically, all right. So you know me.
Yeah.
I got a problem with everything. So.
Oh, but you know.
So. All right, but I be having legitimate gripes though.
Yes, you do.
I do. All right, so Maya Angelou on the quarter. Your take, go.
Okay, I think it's super fire. Like she is one of our heroes and our legends and
Facts.
A true elder.
Big facts.
And we love and respect her, and we're grateful that she is getting this acknowledgement after years and years of being great.
Right.
And I think that's wonderful, and it's good for the people too. Just, you know what I'm saying? Because if they're starting to allow us to get our faces on this money, she's a cracker.
Yeah.
This is
and I agree with all of that.
It's a big thing, man.
Yeah.
That's
all of that is big facts.
Real talk. That's real big.
Yeah, all of that is big facts.
But like you said, if a slave master's on the other side, it's kind of like a
kind of productive. It's kind of a buzzkill, bro.
It is, like it is. Like,
it's kind of like throwing a wrench in the situation.
Yeah, it is.
But it's for me, it's not so much that all right, you got a slave master on one side, and Maya Angelou on the other side. For me, it's like, all right, that's already bad enough in and of itself. But this is the other part about it. So everybody's getting excited about Maya Angelou being on this quarter, right? But this is happening during a time where Biden is being pressed about how he owes his presidency to Black people, to Black voters.
Absolutely.
But he hasn't passed any policies for Black people, right?
He's like, hold up, let me go ahead and just throw this shorty on.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
I bet that shit fuck up.
Right. So basically, so this is my thing. I think he probably sat down with Kamala, because her name is not Kamala. Let's be clear.
Call it Kamala.
That's her name.
Her name is not Kamala.
It's not Kamala. It's not Kamala.
Really?
It's Kamala. Because she's Indian, bro. Yeah, she's half Indian. She's half Indian and half Jamaican. So she's like a Jamaican Brahmin.
So she ain't Negro at all.
Nah. And and you want to see a picture of Kamala's family?
I already seen them.
You saw it?
I seen that Ken doll she's married to.
Listen, her whole family went Kamala Harris family, husband, children.
She's married to a true Brad, y'all. You know what I mean?
So
wow.
But it's not even the husband thing. What's trippy about it is I'm not gonna be able to find it. Basically, she doesn't have any like mixed kids. They're just straight. Yeah, it's his kids, and then she's the stepmom.
Oh,
right? So basically, when you see pictures of her and her family, it's just one Black person with a group of white people. That's what's so wild about it.
Oh.
So anyway, I'm not gonna be able to find it now. But this is my thing. I think what happened is with this quarter situation, I think basically Biden, he was like, look, these niggas won't leave me alone. I'm tired of this shit. If I gotta do something about it, the niggas, they keep bothering me. And so he got with Kamala. He was like, Kamala, what do you think I should do for the blacks? You know? And he was like, I'm thinking about putting one of the dead ones on a quarter. And maybe that'll get them off my back. And then Kamala, being who she is, I'm pretty sure she responded and said, "That's a good idea. I think it'll work." You know? So my thing is, all right, you're not passing any policies for us. You've passed policies for literally everybody else, man. This dude has passed policies for immigrants, LGBTQ, was it Afghan folks?
Yeah, I remember the ones that got brought over here from that.
Yeah. Oh, and he passed billions for Native Americans. Yeah. Billions in executive orders, right? So he's being pressed by black people. Like he was pressed in the press conference recently, and this lady said to him straight up, she was like, "Well, what do you say to black people? Because there are black people that are saying that I think he was doing something with the Voting Rights Act. Yeah, it's a situation with the Voting Rights Act." And she said, black people are saying that they think you might be, I can't remember her exact wording, but basically using the Voting Rights Act as like a way of like a disingenuous way of showing them that you want to do something for them. So she was like, what do you say to those people? And you know, he responded and said something goofy, but yeah, that's what I think. I think, all right, you won't pass any policies for black folk that actually give us more access to resources, capital, right? So you're not passing any bills that release federal funds to either protect us or help us in any way, but instead you want to put one of our dead heroes on the currency, right? But won't give us access to the currency via a federal bill, but you just want to put one of us on the currency, right? So, you know, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I got a problem with everything, but these be legit problems, right? These are legit problems.
The imagery is bad enough.
Yeah, so basically, that's my take on that.
Nah, fair take, bro. Yeah, fair take. I mean, yeah, and I understand. It's good that somebody's actually taking the time to think about that type of stuff. Yeah. A lot of us are running around here blinded.
Yeah, and the thing is, we get happy too easy, bro. Like they throw some symbolic thing out there, and then we get all happy.
Yeah, because I mean, honestly, we were just more than anything, we were just happy to get Trump out of there, right?
Right.
And then once we got Trump out of there, we were like, okay, all right, now what do we do now, right? You know what I mean? Like, what do we do now? And now that we know that, okay, now that we got that man out of there, he ain't much better. I don't care about us either.
At all. And the thing is, it's like, look, at the end of the day, it's not even like I'm tripping off of, oh, we need, you know, these politicians to care about us and all that. We already know the vibes. You feel me? But my thing is, all right, if you have a relationship with your enemy, essentially, right? It needs to be mutually beneficial to some extent. So it's like, all right, you ain't gotta like us. Yeah. But if we vote for your dumb ass,
show some respect.
You're gonna have to pass this or that for us. And the fact that that never happens, and the fact that, you know, a lot of black folk don't even trip off of it. You know, you'll have a lot of black people that will get mad at other black people for saying that we should be demanding something in return. Like, what? Look, just get out there and vote and shut the hell up.
What do we always say?
Shut your ass up.
What do we always say about that time?
What?
600 years of conditioning.
600 years of conditioning.
Even as this condition is conditioned.
Right.
I mean,
even my conditioning has been conditioned.
Word to mother, G. You know, and that's basically what it is, man.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
The last thing I wanted to talk about was, because you know I wanted to touch on black men and how black men are treated.
Pause.
What?
You want to touch on that?
Oh, pause. Yo, that was, hey, yo. Yo, that was insane. That was nuts, yo.
Hit you with the real close, Paul.
Yo, please forgive me. That was wild. All right. That's getting edited out. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna keep that in there, yo.
That's hilarious.
I'm keeping that in there.
That's hilarious.
I literally just said,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it.
That's what you did.
Don't do it. Don't you do it. So, all right. Last thing I wanted to talk about was Black men and how Black men are treated in American society, right?
Oh man, it's tough.
All right. So the way we are treated, we are public enemy number one, right? We are guilty until proven innocent, right? And these days, more and more, because you got like feminist movement, this whole thing with misogyny and all of this stuff. More and more now, the stuff that people used to understand, like people, it was common knowledge. We are public enemy number one. Right? And we do not benefit from any sort of real privilege, right? But these days, more often, you're starting to hear that, oh, Black men benefit from patriarchy. We have all these privileges that, so they lump us in with white men now.
Oh,
right?
They just put us all up in that box,
right?
Because we our genetic makeup, huh?
Right? Yeah, right. So recently, so this is the thing. I wanted Marvin to talk, chop it up about this one though, but he's not on. But all right, basically, there's a think tank called the Brookings Institute, right? And the Brookings Institute, it's one of their research associates. I don't know. It's a Black woman, and she tweeted, put some up on Twitter like a couple weeks ago now. And it was basically like she tweeted a link to research that they had just released, right? So they did I guess they did a research report on unemployment, and they broke it down by race and gender, race, gender, and age. Those are the three variables. So now in the report, and it's a chart, and it has all the numbers. So percentage of unemployment for race, gender, and age. Okay. In the report, clearly Black men have the highest rate of unemployment, right? Higher than anybody else on the report, right? But she tweets, in this new report, we see that unemployment is like an issue across demographics, but especially we see here that it is especially acute for women and children, right? So I'm like, hold up. I went and looked at I clicked it again, and I was like, wait, let me look at this, because maybe I'm missing it. And I'm like, nah, it's definitely, we definitely have the highest.
It's definitely us.
Right, yeah, it's us. So now you look in the comments, there's a bunch of people in the comments. Why would you ignore the unemployment, the clear data showing you that unemployment is affecting Black men the most, right? Like, why would you ignore it? There's a bunch of those comments, right? And I think I said something along the lines of like, I would have rather you cropped out Black men's statistics and just left the other ones in, because it would be less offensive. But we're all looking at the data, and you're just ignoring it right in our face. So everybody was in the comments like, what are you doing? And so she responds and goes, well, we focused on Black men in the past, and this time we're focusing on women and children. It was like, yeah, but you didn't say that in your tweet. Like, it's not like, hey, we focused on Black men's unemployment, but here we're also seeing that. She didn't say that. No. So my thing was this. That is indicative of the ways in which Black men in this society and the things that we go through on a daily basis, whether it be in the labor force or, as fathers or, whatever, it's at the point now where it's just being ignored.
Yeah,
Right.
They treat us like the homeless man that falls asleep in front of the restaurant.
Right.
A little bit darky.
Right. Like
I'm walking.
Yo, they treat us like in a Dave Chappelle joke, yo, the Sesame Street joke.
Yeah,
The Grouch.
Oscar the Grouch.
We're like, get a job, Grouch.
Get a job, Grouch.
You know what I mean?
So you're unemployed, huh? I'll laugh at you. Get a job. Work at Blockbuster.
Don't say Blockbuster. Hey, yo, if a nigga told me he got a job at Blockbuster, at some point we need to deal with the fact that just like on the Biden tip, we're being ignored. And the thing is, I think a lot of Black women and the Black community at large doesn't realize, like, when the men of your community are being ignored, and what's going on with the men in your community, if that's being ignored, then they're also ignoring you, because the man, if you don't properly position the man, or you ignore the man, or you try to, either destroy the man or whatever, you are now destroying that community, right? You're ignoring that community, so.
If you think they hate us, what do you really think that they're going to say?
Yo, I had, and this is the other thing. So when I was working for a think tank in DC, I had a couple of Black female coworkers, and they would just talk bad about Black men openly, in the office. You see what I'm saying?
Come on, cuz.
One of them would call their father their sperm donor, just in public. The other one, I remember we were out for happy hour one time. Yo, she hit me with the, eventually we're gonna leave you all behind. And I was like, okay.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean by leave us behind? What does that mean? Because if you leave your men behind and your boys behind, then where are you going?
Yeah.
Where are you gonna go?
We would cease to exist after that, right?
But not for nothing, all of the Black women that Biden is currently putting up for that Supreme Court position, there's 7 of them. 5 out of the 7, they got the jungle fever thing going. Their husbands are white, just like Kamala.
Oh.
So I think what's happening is, and this is a hot take. I think what might be happening is they're trying to make our women the spoils, the booty, if you will. When the pirates would pirate something, and they run away with the booty. I feel like, and the thing is, I think a lot of our women, the way that they kind of like approach the situation and in their rhetoric, they don't know that they're low key.
The booty. I feel like such a child every time I say that. Every time you say that, I just can't help but chuckle.
Booty is very childish. It's a very childish word. It's very childish.
But anyway,
but you know what I'm saying, though, right?
That is ridiculous, yo. And it's sad that some of our, more privileged sisters in the world can't see that they're pretty much shooting themselves in the foot.
Right.
It's like you're cutting off your nose to spite your face.
You might have to speak up a little bit.
No, it's like you're cutting off your nose to spite your face. It's kind of sad, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like at this point, you need us if you really want your culture to exist. And if you want us to do better, then, you shouldn't, I don't want to sound like a misogynist when I say this, but if you really want us to act better, there's a few things that you need to do.
I might have to.
You say that? Oh, no, that's not crazy. I'm not going to get my real Gary bag.
Okay.
I'll just say this.
Okay.
You need to pick better. Just the bottom line. And guess what? When you pick better, it forces those that are not equipped to get equipped. Because the only way we're going to be able to get what we really want is to be right?
Yeah.
As long as I can get it in don't have to do a damn thing to get it, that's exactly what's going to happen, and that's where you run into the problems.
That's a fact. That's a fact. You gotta use discernment when you out here.
Oh man, vet your partners, man.
Yeah, vet your partners.
Vet your partners, man.
Yeah.
Trust me. Nowadays, men are vetting you now.
That's
know what I mean. Real talk. We vetting you. You know what I mean? Because y'all don't realize it's 7-1 on the planet, bro.
Yeah, the numbers.
It's retarded out here.
Yeah, numbers is real, man.
So I don't know what you leaving us behind with, but I can tell you what. If you left me, hey, guess what? Just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. At the end of the day, like you gotta pick better.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Be more mindful about it. Stop trying to pick off excitement.
Right.
Pick for what it is that you really want out of your life. Like,
right.
You want to pick the bad dudes because you know the good dudes are boring. You know
Yeah.
what I mean, and we're not as fun, and we like to be in the house and actually
stay out the way,
and actually pay attention to you.
Right.
You know what I mean, and actually provide for you, maybe. You know, and while you want to go run with, I'll go with Fuquan. You know, the one that's been hustling Xanax and perks for a living.
I said Fuquan. You've been in Baltimore too long.
Way too long, sir.
But so I mean, you know, I just think I don't know if people understand what's going on as far as the, you know, all this gender war stuff. And,
so terrible.
And the thing is, man, I'm like, to touch back on the Brookings Institute, that tweet that she put up. Yeah. When you have the very, and like I said, when I was in that space, I noticed it, right? When you have the very institutions that are supposed to be documenting, researching, and drawing conclusions about your overall well-being, right? They study it for a living, right? When those institutions start ignoring their own data,
you already know what I'm gonna say.
Concerning you.
Spooky, baby.
It's spooky, you know. So and you know, I'm just like, and these are the spaces that, like, all these Democratic politicians.
This is where they pull their data from.
One is that's where they're pulling their data from. Two, they're all a part of that liberal
that machine.
You know, ideology, right? So your think tanks are ignoring Black men, right? Your politicians that you vote for and that you like are ignoring Black men and the Black community as a whole, right? And these are the liberals. Like, these are supposed to be the good ones, right?
Are they?
No.
Like, are they? I don't really think so.
And I've met some, and let me not even front. I've met some good folks, man. But like, but on an aggregate, right? Yeah. On an aggregate, it's a lot of finessing. It's a lot of exploitation. You know, because those same places, those same think tanks that do all this data on Black women and all that, they won't hire Black people. You know what I mean? So like, you'll go in there, you won't see no Black folk.
So how are they going to be able to understand what we really need when they're not even hiring,
right,
or putting the people in place? You know what I mean? And if they do hire those people, we already know what kind of dudes they are. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, so all right, this is the last thing I'm gonna say, yo. This is because you brought up a good point. You were like, you see the kind of dudes that they have at these places, right? So when I was working at this, and I was working in the same building at a different policy org. But they had a national org that was also in the same building, and we were on the same floor. And they had one lone Negro that worked there, right? They had about 2 floors of this office building in DC. One Negro, right? Tell me why. And he was a researcher. He was a research associate, whatever. He would lead, you know, research projects. When they started doing the whole BLM diversity hire, diversity and inclusion programs and stuff, they approached them and they said, they were like, hey, you know, we're starting this new diversity and inclusion program, and we really want to start big. They always talk about conversation. We really want to start a conversation around, you know, race and inclusion. We really want to just build on that conversation. Like, they don't want to do shit about it. They just want to talk about it, right? So they approached him and said, you know, and we're looking for someone that, you know, that we think would be a good fit to lead it, because it was a new program.
Okay.
And they were like, you know, how about, you know, are you interested in just doing that full time instead of, like, literally, instead of what you're doing now? Like, that'll just be your full-time thing. So you won't do any of the thing. So basically, they made his full-time job the diversity and inclusion guy. So he would engage in some research, but most of his job would be, you know, facilitating breakout rooms, discussing race.
Just doing token shit.
Yeah, some real token shit. So, and the thing is, it's ironic because it's like, he ended up leading it because he was the only nigga there.
You know, that happens a lot. Like, I believe that. I believe that really happens a lot. Like, they just need that one guy.
Right.
So, like, okay, look, we gotta appease to these niggas. Okay?
Right.
So, hey, Alan, what y'all niggas need? And they be like, so much stuff. We need so much.
Right.
You know what I mean? Well, write a list then. You know what I mean? Get it together. Give me something we can work with.
Right.
And then the next thing you know, what you got is you got Maya Angelou on the back of a quarter with her sling master on the front of that motherfucker. That's what it is. That's how it goes.
And not for nothing, that nigga was funny as hell too.
I believe it. But I mean, yeah, you just those type of brothers, you just get a bunch of Carlton Banks polo shirt wearing motherfuckers and khaki pants.
And that's not everybody, because I know my guy Sean, he was like, yo, you always talking bad about white collar people.
Oh,
you know, Sean, he worked
no shot at no white collar anything. It's just that we all know what that brother looks like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. We know what he looks like.
We know what it looks like. We know how it sounds. We know how he thinks. So that we're just talking about that brother in particular. You know what I'm saying? The one that doesn't really care about the culture. He cares about himself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And not for nothing, man. We all know. Not for nothing. We all know that, you know, people say that black folk, you know, people say that black people are hip to, like, we can kind of tell when a white person is like somebody we can't trust or racist or whatever. But the other side of that is, white folk really know their Negroes.
Yeah.
Like, they know which ones.
They study this very well.
Oh yeah. You know, they built an entire government and economy off knowing their Negroes.
Yeah, where the money?
You know what I mean? But yeah, so I think that's a good place to end, because we'll end up talking more about like, you know, black men and the stuff, you know, that we go through. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm currently going through some things, you know, because it's life. We are all you know, Marvin just went through some stuff at work. Where they
man, shout out to Freddie Gibbs, man. Shout out to our brother
Freddie.
Hey Freddie, we love you,
Is
man.
he on there?
Nah, he ain't on there. But shout out to Freddie Gibbs, man. Shout out to everybody that was checking us out on the live, yo.
Oh, that's Yusef. Oh, I don't think you know Yusef.
I don't know Yusef, but I love you, brother. We
went to middle school together. Me, him, and Styles went to middle school.
Oh, my man.
And my cousin Tiff on here. What up, Tiff?
Yeah, what up, Tiff?
What up, fam?
Yeah. But shout out to everybody that showed love today. I hope y'all really enjoyed the episode.
Gang, 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 gang.
I really do hope y'all enjoyed the episode, because this was fun as shit.
Yeah, we'll do more. We're gonna start doing more in-person.
Yeah, because we're gonna try to get this to the point where this is what we do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where we actually we're in a room together, shooting the shit, talking about real issues and like Tupac and Biggie. That's hilarious.
Yeah, real issues, Tupac and Biggie, all the hot topics. Hey, listen, man.
The funniest shit.
If it's current,
who cares?
If it's current, we won't be talking about it.
I'm not going to talk about that. I personally want to talk about Sugar Hill Gang. I want to talk about it today. Shit.
Hey, yo, so look. Also, we have big things soon come. So we have like a couple studio spaces that we want to start rocking with. So I might be putting the podcast Cash App up, just to see if people want to donate.
That'd be great. I got a playlist popping off, ready for anybody that's willing to want to jam out to some fire R&B. We got you on deck. If you're into the boom bap era of hip hop,
right? Boom bap.
Because you know I'm 40, real tough. I'm 40.
Yo, you 40?
I turned 40 in 2 weeks.
Oh shit!
Yeah, day for Valentine's Day.
Yo, that's a big year, bro.
It is a big year, cause
you got to do it big for 40.
Hey man,
we were supposed to do it big for 40, but
we're gonna do something. We're gonna do something. Yo, I'm trying to grab somebody's ukulele. No homo. I'm trying to get a ukulele. I'm trying
to grab a what?
Ukulele, dog. You gonna lose the small guitar. Nigga, don't try to play me, dog. What you talking about? It's some coconuts, man. No homo. You know what I mean?
yeah. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
All right.
Holla, y'all.
Over and out.
Yeah.
Let me close.
I don't feel none of y'all pain. Y'all ain't take none of these risks. I don't feel none of y'all made the decisions I made to be real with this shit. I don't trust none of y'all motives.
So about the media
company, man. So like that's the long game. That's long term. So we got the podcast, and then we want to highlight stories,
right,
that track with the podcast content, right? So like black stuff, black politics, black life,
right.
A lot of it from a black male perspective.
One day, that'd be a game changer.
That's the long game, bro.
Let's do it.
Motion picture. You know the vibe.
I don't feel none of y'all pain. Y'all ain't take none of these risks. I don't feel none of y'all made the decisions I made to be real with this shit. I don't trust none of y'all motives. I know you lacking the code.
Since D.W. Griffith's Birth of a Nation in 1915, the black male image has been under assault. There is one thing that does not exist, and it needs to exist. Black male media by black men for black men.